What is good? Welcome back, Podvengers, to another episode of the Cinestro. It's your boy Blacksby, aka Matt Murdoch, and today we're talking about the return of the Red King himself, Daredevil, Born Again, now streaming on Disney Plus. Get your horns up, get your cups up, whatever. Let's do it.
Cinestro called the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
Oh man,
Yes.
I didn't realize my camera was still low and I went to go look for my hoodie. So
you were in
I was just like, whoopsie. I started dancing. I didn't know what to do.
Trying to salsa that shit off.
You trying to salsa that shit off? I saw
You gotta
it.
saw me no black. Me podcasting.
Yes, we are back with another episode of the greatest show of all time, the Cinestro Core. In light with the theme, I have taken my glasses off so I cannot see the screen. My eyes do not work without these glasses, bro.
He's microdosing being blind.
Yeah. That's
I'm
why.
so serious. I need to.
That's
put
why
I put my contacts in just so I can see a little bit. But nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's why I
These
got
glasses.
that's why I got my glasses on, and not because I'm very self-conscious about making eye contact with the camera, and I don't want people to see that. Because
Actually,
It's too intimate.
it's
It's like that's like French kissing on the camera. We can't do that.
yeah, I
Actually,
can't. I'm just naturally.
We gotta hold
very
hands
bad at
first.
eye contact.
Actually,
we're
to
talking-
go with the theme. I'm actually, I enrolled in law school so I can get my
Okay,
JD.
Kim.
You in a student loan debt for an episode of the pod? That's not worth it. That's so
It
not
is
worth
worth
it.
Do it again.
Listen, bro. Trust me. Y'all not thinking like me. This is chess, 4D chess. I'm like 30 steps ahead right now. Word to Wilson Fisk. My plans got plans
What direction does the rook go in?
Mm.
on the board. It goes that way. It goes like that.
Dude, you're really good at chess.
It actually goes, and then it goes because it can go lengthwise. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I describe
It's
this?
got horizontal and vertical.
That one on the
Yeah.
plane.
Side
On the
and up
plane,
and down.
he be moving 4 quadrant
moving.
motion.
He'd be moving.
Not-
Who else?
Not
is
like the
moving?
bishop. Not like the
Matthew
bishop.
Murdoch in this newest episode of Daredevil Born Again.
Daredevil Born Again. Excellent segue.
That's
Excellent
pretty
Yeah,
solid.
I
segue.
tried. It's my first
Nice.
one.
We're back with Daredevil. We're back to the same world as the Netflix adaptation,
AKA
somewhat.
New York.
which is
New York.
very interesting because I did not think throughout the tumultuous amounts of like reshoots and rewrites that they were like, listen, this is the MCU or it isn't. I don't know anymore.
It was
I
all
don't know.
MCU.
I thought it was gonna be like that weird friendly neighborhood Spider-Man purgatory where it is MCU but it isn't.
Mm-mm.
But I'm glad they just straight up continued it. It's all the returning favorites. You got Charlie Cox, I believe, is the name of the man who plays Daredevil. The man without
Yeah.
fear.
This show's
Yeah,
been out.
Charlie Cox
This
turning
show's been out
Daredevil.
since like 2014, and you still don't know.
I just had to make sure because
You don't
we were
know
talking about
Charlie the
Preacher.
Forehead Cox?
No, we were talking about Preacher earlier, so I was just making sure I didn't say the
Oh,
Preacher
Dominic
guy's
Cooper.
name.
Yeah.
Dominic Cooper. Yeah, I was
Also, bring him
like,
back. Bring him back.
He's
Yeah,
great,
we
but
need Howard Stark back for some reason.
But it's,
And somehow
We need
Howard
sexy Howard
returned.
Stark back, please.
it's
Inshallah.
been a 5-year gap. I don't know if in real life it's been that long, but it is a 5-year gap picking up with the tales of Matt Murdock deviling about Hell's Kitchen, and there's a big shakeup on many levels. We got Fisk running for mayor and successfly winning.
He's yassified. He's
Fucking
skinny now.
now.
He's
He's
swole.
on that.
skinny.
He's on that.
He's a skinny
Ozempic.
legend. Yeah, he's got Ozempic face.
He's on that
actually.
Zemp.
He
He's on that. Zemp.
Really does.
He really does.
like
I
it.
was
I
like,
like it.
you.
I think
look
that's more of
melted.
the that's more of the I got shot in the face by my protege.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
shot
With
in the eye.
From
Ozempic,
the
it
show
was
everyone watched.
It was one
Echo.
Ozempic needle, and it went in his eye.
Speaking of needles,
Oh, yeah.
let's talk about that intro for Dex, bro. Let's talk about
Wilson,
the
my
intro
goat.
for our goat Wilson Bethel, aka Benjamin Dex Point Dexter, aka Bullseye, callback to the 2003 film whenever Colin Farrell Bullseye was in the hospital and threw that needle into the fly. I was like, that's such a cool detail. Shit like that just makes me so happy, bro. When they do cool things instead of use the fucking volume and gray up my films and TV shows, making it look like ass.
You got him activated. Look at him. Oh no, he's just in the door.
That just don't bother me if I didn't close that closet.
Nah, bro, it's just the small things like that. Like his suit looks so cool, and then like they put in like this nasty ass gray sludge, and then like their fight on the roof, and the helmet falls off, and like the horn makes a D, and I'm like, these little tiny details, they give me life, they sustain me, and then they rip it all away with some bullshit.
And then you see him bounce into and then teleport down to the floor, and then fuck.
There is definitely like multiple points where they where I feel like it's more so in spirit that this is a direct continuation of the Netflix version, because that one was very real and very grounded, as opposed to this one where they're trying to go for that like hyper fantasy, hyper realistic kind of thing that the world outside your window sort of vibe that the MCU has with the fantastical elements of the comics, but it's special effects wise.
You can't even speak. It's so bad.
I get it.
It's at a point where you can very clearly tell that the majority of the show is shot on the volume. For those of our listeners and viewers who don't know, the volume is essentially a 360 full perimeter projected green screen wall, essentially, and it looks done very well in certain shows, like in The Mandalorian, right? It pioneered the volume. Disney used it once there, and they're like, everything is volume now for the rest of the time. The thing is, with The Mandalorian, it works because there's these like fantastical planets or like far off areas. There's that fantasy element, right? With more tangible real world locations, if you use the volume, it looks like weirdly uncanny. Like there's this weird like Vaseline smear across the background. So instead of looking like slightly out of focus, it just looks like not there.
It looks like they're fighting in fucking Roku City.
Yeah,
Roku
yeah.
City.
It looks like an unloaded texture or like a Silent Hill fog. Like it doesn't look
just a little too far.
It doesn't look real. So
Outlast.
It takes your immersion out of it very fast, and it's very apparent. Like when he's on the rooftop, I think it's the worst of it. I think when he's on the rooftop doing the runs and flips,
bro,
that's gotta be the worst one.
That one, and then when he jumps down on the side of that, the clip that we have in the chat.
Where
it's
you
very
jump,
obviously a CGI body, like a dummy or something. I was like, bro, come on, man, come on, man. They did the crazy part is they did the swinging scenes really well in season 3 of the Netflix show. Like, it didn't look bad. And mind you, this guy swings like Spider-Man. So like, come on, bro.
I think it's got to be reshoots. It's got to be reshoots. That's the reason that looks like that. Yeah, and they were just short on time. It's got to be crunch, because I refuse to believe that Kevin Feige and them looked at that and they're like, yeah, this is good. This is good. We can get away with that.
We like this. We can make money off.
They just said, fuck it. It's too late.
Yeah, they're like,
send it.
It's 11:30. Assignments due at midnight. We ain't got time, bro.
They were looking at the deadlines between Cap 4 and Daredevil, and they're like, but maybe if we
it's like, all right, guys, we got $20 to spend on special effects. We can use it on Cap 4, or we could use 19 of it on Cap 4 and then $1 on Daredevil. And they said,
they said, do it, do that. Let's do it.
It's also like weird parts that it'll just become CGI. Like there, like it'll be like one punch gets thrown by like Dex or by Daredevil in the first episode, and it looks weirdly too fluid. I guess like it looks CGI for like a single hit, and I'm like, but why? Like, you don't need to CGI the Daredevil suit, for Christ's sake. He's wearing a shiesty and Under Armour for Bullseye. You don't need to CGI that. I could buy that. I probably have that in my closet. Like, it's just.
Why you got that?
But we got 2 episodes out, and special effects aside, how are you guys feeling for this introduction to new era of Devil? How are you guys feeling?
He's
You
back.
know what? He's back. Yes.
Yeah, we did shit on the episode for a while, but
Yeah.
I think we're just complaining about like maybe the first 10 fucking minutes of the first episode. Everything after that has been
Banger.
great, solid, great action choreography. It doesn't always look like it's shot on the volume. The writing is there. The writing's back. Something we haven't seen in the MCU in a while. I'm very glad it's back. I got nothing bad to say about the rest of the episodes.
Genuinely, I think I'm also there. I got nothing. You still have the clacker.
I forgot to do the thing.
Oh no. We'll superimpose it.
We gotta start the episode over.
We'll put it on the volume.
We'll put it on the volume. We'll add it in post. No, I agree 100% with Gerardo. Like the show started off a little rocky. That's the way. That's the word. Those are words I'll use. A little rocky because of the things we mentioned. It looked too weird. It looked too gross. It looked very much that like this is a Disney Marvel show, not like the Netflix series where it's vibrant colors. We just started our rewatch. My girlfriend and I just started a rewatch of season 1 of the Netflix Daredevil, and the fight scene of him versus Mr. Rance, the assassin for Fisk and Union Allied. Bro, that shit was at night, and you can still see. I was like, this looks cool. This is how you should do it.
And the choreography is incredible,
insanely incredible. And then the little cut scene between him fighting and him going to that flashback with his dad, perfect. Then this one that starts off with them in the middle of the city. All of a sudden, he's swinging around and it's like all blacked out. And like you can barely see him doing his shit. That's not cool, bro. Daredevil got this bright ass red suit. Let me see the suit. Let's see, bro, going around.
No, for real. And ass. I said this as a joke, but I kind of mean it. The Ben Affleck Daredevil, the scenes where he's like jumping off buildings, shit, it looked better because you can see it at least. Like, yeah, it looks a little cartoony, but you could say the same about this one, yet it's cartoony and you can barely fucking see it. I'd rather be cartoony and you can see it.
And I feel like they make it that way so they can cover their mistakes, but it backfires because now we notice it more. Whereas, if you just let the thing be cool, it's a show about comic book characters, bro. This dude had a vat of acid on his eyes after an accident, and now his hearing is super good, and he can kick people's ass real
Happened to a buddy of mine.
Like, I mean, for Christ's sake, like one of his main enemies is named Poindexter. Like, bro, just embrace the silly, embrace the
no, bro.
It can be silly.
It's fine. It's fine. This is a world where aliens fell out of the sky like 7 years ago, dude. Like just roll with it. Just fucking roll with it. Also, speaking of incidents, for those of you who care very much about spoilers, you can just surmise our review right here, and skip to whatever our next topic is in this episode if we have another one. The time code somewhere, I'll probably put it in. I don't know, but spoilers. The creative team before this aired had put out a tweet where they said something along the lines of, "We made a decision that we kept from the reshoots and from the rewrites, everything, and it's a decision that it was very polarizing in the writers' room, and we're not sure how people are going to feel about it." And it's off the bat. They kill Foggy. They murk
Foggy. They shot dead in O-Block.
Foggy was shot dead in the streets of New York City on March 4th, 2025.
What is it called? Shot Foggy shot dead in the Marcy projects.
In the Marcy.
Like it is great because it builds you with this like sense of familiarity, like seeing old friends. Like it plays the whole thing of like Foggy, Karen, and Matt walking down to this bar to go talk with one of the police captain, I believe, from past seasons of Daredevil, because he's retiring. It's like his retirement party, and they're all drinking at the bar, having fun. Foggy's putting the Riz on some lady, talking about how he's got his own firm. He's talking to a woman. He's talking to a woman.
His boys were laughing
And-
about how ass he was doing.
Yeah, Matt's using
Imagine
his
that's
super
your legacy.
hearing.
That's your legacy.
The last
You
thing your
you
friends
fumble a
hear.
bad bitch and get shot and fucking die on the street.
He's like gasping for air with
That's
a
how I
hole in
wanna
his
go.
lung. He's like, "This is the second worst thing to happen to me
Yeah.
today."
You think that gave the other lawyer the ick?
But yeah, getting
That he
shot
died like
Yeah.
that.
in
She's like,
front of your
"Ugh,
crutch is a
gross."
premium ick. Yeah, but he gets fucking wasted after this like very
dog.
very
He got-
very hopeful thing.
He got
Like, this friendly
obliterated.
scenario. He got fucking smoked, dude. It's crazy
And,
too
like,
because the way
they
way
did
Bullseye
it too,
pulls
bro.
up.
First of
Oh,
all,
it's so-
you know, we talked about how like we knew Foggy was gonna die, but I was
Right,
expecting this like further along in the show.
Yeah, I was thinking like
like
mid-season.
3 or 4 episodes deep, bro. once I saw Foggy walk outside and say he was talking to whatever his name, Benny or Benjamin. He was like, yeah, he was.
Benny Blanco.
You want to know where you were? And I saw that sniper scope. I was like, it's done. I was like, pack
Yeah,
alert.
because
pack
we know
inbound.
Bullseye is not
It's
gonna
done.
fucking miss.
He don't. He
It's-
never
it-
miss.
He
Goat never
can't miss.
I always forget like how like insanely
He's so
overpowered
cool.
Bullseye is.
I
But
love
it's aside from the fact that his costume looks like shit in that first episode, and I hope he gets a new one.
I really,
Um,
I believe it. I believe it. It's gonna
I-
happen.
It
Matt
has
We're
already
gonna
to.
has a
we're
black
gonna get
suit.
the black
You just gotta
trench
put that
coat
shit right there.
with the
We'll be fine.
with the tattoo.
Because we
on
see
his forehead.
the yellow suit and then the white man without fear suit.
Yes.
In the trailer. So like
Mhm.
Matt's gonna get new suits. I hope to God Bullseye gets a good suit. Give him the fucking like ski mask where he's got the 2 eye holes and then the mouth one. I want that. I want the ski
Bring
mask.
back the
ski
bald
mask.
guy with the learning disability who makes the
Or-
suits. Have him
or-
make Bullseye a new one.
Yeah.
He's
Isn't he
the
dead?
guy,
I hope
and
he's
thought
not
you were talking
dead.
about
He
Colin
might be
Farrell.
dead. Actually.
Oh
He's, like, in
God,
jail
damn
or some shit.
it.
I did
I
love that.
really
character,
liked
though.
him. I really liked him. He was such
He
a
was great.
awesome guy.
Doesn't he play like
Uh,
another character in Avatar? He plays that guy in Avatar, right? The other,
The Jarhead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get some,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh,
get
God.
some, yeah, get some, yeah.
But
Another
Bullseye. Bullseye's
That's his
introduction
bag.
to like how he comes in is just so fucking raw because you see like the scope and you're like, somebody about to shoot Foggy, and I wish that was all that happened. I wish it was only Foggy. Bullseye just starts wasting.
Oh yeah,
Everyone-
we totally forgot about all the innocent bystanders. He went on a spree killing.
So literally, you just see like a shot of like a scope, and then like it's like the back of his head, and he starts just like walking out. He's like, do Lester Point Dexter, like just doing his fucking thing, his little saunter, right? And he sees Foggy, and he shoots Foggy like dead in his fucking chest, and he collapses, and you're just like, oh
Yeah,
my
on
god!
its own,
Now
on its own, insane.
on its own was
And then
bad.
2 people
and
come to help him. There's a bop to the dome.
immediately,
The other
immediately,
2 gone.
these two very disposable cops, like the most expendable niggas I've ever seen outside
all
of like
are.
the Secret Service and the boys. They come out, they got their guns drawn, not even drawn. They're like in the process of
Yeah.
about to point them. And Lester's just like, what if you had a knife in your chest though? Like really think about it. Like he just futu, just hits them both dead fucking
Bro.
on. He gets one lady with like a can of soup, and she's just walking her groceries to her house. Like they're in an apartment, and he's got like a bunch of fucking like knives in the side of his chest, and he's Daredevil's beating the shit out of him, and he's like running up the stairs, and this lady's like, "Oh my god, my husband just got fucking knifed by Bullseye," and she drops her groceries.
Wait,
Bullseye sees that can of Chef
I thought he
Boyardee
just
and just
socked her
fucking
and moved on.
Yeah, he
Oh
said,
yeah, he does.
and kept
He does.
going.
I think he does
It's crazy.
both.
She's
Maybe.
the only survivor of Bullseye's
Yeah.
rampage.
Please, if nothing else, keep Bullseye for the chaotic fucking energy he brings. Just-
Genuinely,
he's
I love him. I love
insane.
him so much.
thank God this isn't real because if not, it'd be terrifying. But because it's fake, it's fucking hilarious. Just
It's
how
just
balls to the wall he is.
the way they showcase his power with like not overly CGI. They just show him throw something and they dude perfect it where they follow the ricochet and then it hits somebody. It's just so satisfyingly badass, but it doesn't break my immersion because I'm like, oh no, this nigga's just raw.
Yeah,
Like he's just
just good at throwing.
He diabolical.
He's really good at
Bro
what he
is-
does.
Bro is
He's like me off of Four Loko.
Yeah. me when I worked at the restaurant and I was doing my side work, getting the dishes folded up.
Yeah,
Gerardo
they'd
knows
be
what
like,
I'm talking
Oh
about, bro.
yeah, I love folding dishes.
You need
Worst
the
shit
dishes.
ever.
You need the dishes folded or a woman stabbed through the chest with a sigh. I'm your man. I got it. I can do them both. I'm a man of many talents.
Shout out
AZ,
Alexa.
AZ Point Dexter.
Easy place. Oh, but man, the first episode's action, and then it dies down, and you get to kind of like sit with the whole situation, and then there's is it 1 or 2 year time jump?
Just one.
1 year.
One.
Just one.
So all in all, it's like a 6-year gap from like the end of Daredevil season 3 to now.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like all the characters dealing with the fallout of what happened with Foggy, right? You see that the relationship between Matt and Karen for the 80th time has become more strained. But this time I feel like there's actual weight to it because it is like the death of a friend, and Matt is just like
she's completely in a different state now. She lives in San Diego.
Yeah,
San Francisco.
She's just completely split apart from Matt. She wants Matt to go back out there and do his devil thing, but Matt has got that Catholic guilt classically eating at his soul. He's like,
so real.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, Karen. Jesus will be mad if I punch a bad guy again. I don't know if I can stop punching bad guys. And then, oh my God, we also see who is it? What the fuck is her name? Vanessa.
It's not
Vanessa's back.
Vanessa.
Is that a different actress? Because she looks very different.
Stop.
It's the same.
Stop
She
making fun of women for aging. It's normal.
She's just aged. That's it.
I think it's gotta be. That's gotta be.
Mind you, the last time we saw her in Daredevil was like 7 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in 7 years.
That's true. I also haven't seen Daredevil since then, so that's probably why.
That'll do it.
I'm just going off memory. But speaking of memory, I said this in the group chat, and I'll say it now, and hopefully our audience
Thought it was
agrees
gonna
with
be
me.
a segue.
Vincent D'Onofrio
Always been us.
has the weirdest fucking voice as Fisk, and I feel like now it's more apparent than ever to me because I'm like, I've seen him in Hawkeye, I saw him in Echo, and then I've seen him in this. So it's like year to year, back to back familiarity. But he sounds like he's very angry, but trying to tell you a secret from far away. So he's trying to whisper it so he doesn't get too much attention. He's like, Vanessa, my empire, Vanessa. The stove is still on, Vanessa. Like it's weird. It sounds
vigilantes.
Yeah, I've been on this since the show came out. That voice has been fucking stupid since the start. He could have just stopped normal.
He sounds like Richard Nixon. Cut that shit out, bro.
Oh my God, that's it. He sounds like if Richard Nixon tried to record an ASMR track. That's how he sounds. Like he just sounds so fucking weird. And he has like this Yoda fucking like upper register phlegm to his voice that is just like bothering the fuck out of me. That I'm like, at least you're a good character. Because that choice is a choice you made.
It's jarring.
It's very jarring.
Yeah, but we have to deal with it because it's been 3 seasons and now this one.
If he hadn't chosen to do that sound in the first episode, because like watching the first episode, it's not as bad, you know, because he's over the phone most of the time, anyways. In season 1 of Netflix Daredevil, but when he finally shows up and he shows rage or any other emotion besides just like quiet calm, it's a wrap, bro. We should have done something different, man. Should just talk. They could have made Fisk sound like no, that would be too on the nose, but make him sound like a soprano or some shit like that.
Like the Spider-Verse Fisk, how he's like,
oh yeah,
it's not about
the Liev Schreiber voice. I like that one.
I like that one. I like Jersey
my
King
goat
bit.
back. Mm-hmm.
Or like fancy Christopher Daniel Barnes 90s cartoon Spider-Man where he's like an aristocrat.
I need that,
like that one.
Yes.
He's like, he's like, back in the day, I could not move because of my weight. Like just shit like that. Like I like that old school Wilson Fisk. Or maybe even the Travis Willingham one from the Spider-Man games by Insomniac is also a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
That.
They
should have made him black. Bring back
yeah,
bring him back to
resurrect
life.
him.
Michael Clark Duncan.
My goat. That was actually my introduction to Kingpin in any medium. Because at the time, that's 2003. I was too young to understand the entire Spider-Man mythos.
I was 2 years old and I understood entirely.
No, I didn't know.
I understand.
I locked in, but after I saw Michael Clark Duncan in that, especially that fight scene in the office where he was whooping Matt's ass with the cane and everything.
To the boom, 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 boom.
That's how I knew. That's how I knew. I locked in. I
Kingpin should never not be black. In my opinion.
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's a cool concept. Maybe if they don't give us Black Norman Osborn, give us Earth 828 or whatever Black Kingpin.
Bring him back.
Make
recast Vincent.
Matter of fact, I'll put on 40 pounds for this role, bro. It's not hard.
What did you guys think of? You guys earlier we mentioned the writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a particular scene where you think the writing is on like its most like beautiful dialogue display? Like, because I know what mine is. What's yours, Matt? I'm curious.
I have a couple.
You got a couple. Ooh, fancy man.
So I'm trying to run through my favorite. It's definitely the second episode had a lot more gripping scenes versus the first. The first one were more emotional though, because it's the fallout of Foggy getting sniped. That first scene that comes to mind is the dialogue of Matt and Karen outside of the courtroom.
Yeah.
It's very brief, but it carries so much weight, dude. There's emotion, there's pain, there's the confusion of, oh, we just lost our friend. We're still trying to figure out what we are, like trying to figure out what's going on moving forward. There's no more Nelson Murdoch and Page. It's just shit's fractured. It's over with. It's trying to come into grips with what happened and then moving past that. And then there's other dialogues too. Shit, why am I drawing a blank? I just watched this like a few hours ago. Oh my god. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, guys. Give me a second. Let my brain reboot. Let my memory be born again so I can tell you guys what I'm thinking.
As far as favorite scene. Where's my button? Where's my button? Here it is.
Hate both of them because of their actions in the show. However, his Fisk and Vanessa scene in the therapist room, that was pretty cool to me. I liked how we're trying to explain what's going on with them. And then it's very on the nose. This guy is still the kingpin, even though he's a mayor. But whenever he's threatening that police commissioner. Also, who's this new Wesley guy? We'll get to that in a second. But the new Wesley's British. The new Wesley's British. What the fuck? We traded up.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Somebody's got to keep those books, and Fisk is bad at math, man. It's true. Somebody's got to do it.
But no, there's just it's this show. I feel like the writing is going to be the standout. Of course, the action will be there, but the standout is definitely going to be the writing across all episodes, because if they're taking off from where the Netflix show left off, you got to keep up with that pace, that level, because that show was written really well. It's something that's still held as the standard for any MCU TV show, almost any comic book TV show, if you think about it. Of course, you have the Penguin, etc. Other shows have come out that are also really good. But then the Netflix MCU shows really set the bar real high, especially with the start of Daredevil. So I'll step off my soapbox for a little bit. That's all I got for right now.
Gerardo, what do you got? What's your favorite scene with the writing?
I was gonna say that Karen and Matt interaction, seeing how broken their relationship is really good. But since Matt already mentioned it, I won't go on a tangent. I really like Hector or White Tiger and Matt's interactions. I think him finally representing like a vigilante,
a superhero.
That because we saw a little bit of that in what was it, She-Hulk? We saw him do a little lawyering, and we saw a little bit with Punisher. But this is like finally a vigilante. It's a fantastical one. He has an amulet that makes him stronger. I like that they're introducing a little bit more of that into the universe. I think that's fucking sick. I think it's so cool to watch them interact. And fuck, it's just a really good storyline. He accidentally killed a cop. That cop was trying to assassinate someone who was bad in this situation. It's a cop, but it's really interesting to watch, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Hey,
I
gang.
think
Also,
Tiny detail.
shout out Hector. Finally, a
Oh,
Latino.
yeah. Big ups, White Tiger. All my White Tiger stand up right now.
Not for real.
That
We
was also
cosplaying White Tiger.
his suit
Yeah.
kind of clean, bro. His
It is
suit hard
clean.
as fuck. If you
It's
see it-
cleaner when you see it like in person as opposed to that camera footage on the news because he looks like he's wearing a fucking Halloween costume. He looks stupid. But when you see like in person,
They all do
it
at a
looks
certain
much better.
distance.
At a certain angle, it does the light is not lighting. The light is not lighting. It's not helping. It's not doing any favors.
I think they're gonna do the thing, guys.
What's
the
the
cop
thing?
had that tattoo on his wrist.
The Punisher,
With
yeah.
a Punisher skull. We're gonna get Frank going ape shit soon.
I
Man,
am so
Dookie nuts
hyped
on
for
him.
the anti-vigilante
Going-
task force. I'm so hyped because so many. Now, granted, the murder is not necessarily the reason why I'm hyped, but I know that Frank
That's
is
why
gonna
I'm
be
hyped.
bit.
I love
Frank
it.
is good.
I love murder. God, yeah.
I don't
fucking murder.
condone. I don't condone murder, but when it's a bunch of corrupt assholes, I can overlook it. I can overlook
when
it.
they're
at the very
evil,
least.
it's
Flip 'em.
fine.
Yeah,
Split
when they're evil, and I think it's just like there's so many moving pieces that I feel like if you look at episodes 1 and 2 as one giant episode, I feel like I have
course.
less of a critique. I have less to like gripe about, right? Because it is stupid to have the stance of like, this episode is of the follow-up to the previous. Like that's not exactly groundbreaking. I'm not exactly reinventing the wheel with that stance, but it feels just like so fluid to where I feel like if you got just a little bit more of what happens in episode 2 and put it in episode 1 would have been more solid, but that CGI really kind of took me out of it. But there's just such a good flow and continuation I can already see between the first 2 episodes. And usually with Disney shows, it's more so just episode 1 happens, and then episode 2, there's more plot, but it doesn't really have that connective tissue. It feels like you're just adding more and more things to throw.
It feels like a grown-ups, just like a bunch of skits put together, and they called it a movie. But
exactly,
no, this show really does feel it's got really great flow. I think the writing's it's great, man.
It's just so good.
Yeah. What can we say other than they're fucking cooking? What do we always say?
I think
to people
let
cook. So far, they have.
It's
also
also
the CGI, obviously not great, but
I think
it was a very
also 'cause
small stain on what have been
we're
really good episodes.
we're suffering with the other previous MCU shows too that have been a lot more misses than hits. They've been they've been rushed, and they've been the whole idea of, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this earlier today. 6 episodes is not enough. If you have to write a story and you got to rush through it and write it all in 6 episodes, there's going to be something lacking.
Yeah.
And I know this is 10 episodes, which is more than 6, but also still not enough in my opinion, still not enough.
Yeah, you used to be like 18 or 15.
Yeah, at least 15 episodes so you have time to flesh out a story. But this is still good. It's still going to be good writing because you have more time. You can do a lot more with the 10 episodes. You have, even if they're doing 45 minutes, 1 hour episodes, whatever. There's a lot more you can do in this frame of time you're working with. So having shows like Secret Invasion, Agatha was fun, but I feel like it could have been written better.
Yeah,
it was ass.
Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier / Captain America and the Winter Soldier. The list goes on and on. There's so many shows.
I like that one.
Echo. Hawkeye. I liked Hawkeye actually.
Hawkeye was not bad. Hawkeye was pretty good.
I like Hawkeye, but it wasn't because of the show. Let's be honest. It's because of Jeremy Renner fine ass.
Big Hawk on my Hawk gang. Stand up on my Hawkers.
No, we're not doing that. No Hawkers today.
My Hawkers.
There we go.
Better. Nah, yeah, it's just. You can't give us dog shit for the last however many years the MCU TV has been running, and then expect people to be excited. But I think that's where Daredevil stands out, because Daredevil, the Netflix, like I said earlier, Daredevil the Netflix show held the bar really high for TV shows in general, for superhero TV shows in general. So there's an expectation going into this series, and it's being met. Now, hopefully, as we move forward, it will be surpassed, because you don't want to plateau. You don't want to plateau too
At
early.
worst, we want a plateau.
At worst,
But,
but you want to make sure you're passing this shit. Obviously, it's a high bar to clear, because there's 3 seasons of just goated TV that you have to compete with, or not even really compete with. You're just following up. So I won't say it's a competition. It's more like a spiritual.
You have to live up to it at the very least.
Do you guys think that? Because I know originally when they before they did the reshoots and the rewrites and everything, this was more so just a brand new start with some of the same people, but not all of them. Like I think the only cast members that were really returning that we knew of 1000% was Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin and Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Outside of that, everybody else was very much up in the air, and it was very tumultuous, at least production wise, from what we were hearing. And I think, do you guys have the stance more so that it helps the show by having it be a 1000% like direct continuation, right? Like more of a pickup, or do you think that having that legacy to live up to of the previous show does a little bit more hurt to it, because you start to analyze it more nitpicky or more critically, because it has to live up to the hype of what came before?
Regardless of it, if it was a continuation or not, it was going to be compared to the original series.
That's fair,
like without fail. And they would have to live up to the legacy of it, regardless of whether it's following a new story, a new version of Matt, this Kingpin is black now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Understood.
So I don't think it hurts.
I think it has pros and cons. It's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because I feel like with directly using all the same people in a lot of the same settings and like the same writing team and everything, but under the different studio umbrella of like more Disney, like closely associated with them and with what Kevin Feige's doing. I think to a degree, putting out in the popular zeitgeist, like for the general audiences, saying like, yes, this is the same Daredevil, right? Compared to like if you just put out a Daredevil show with some of the same people, right? People who hadn't seen Daredevil or like hadn't heard of it or this, that, and the third would just be like, oh, okay, cool, Daredevil. I mean, it's not a direct continuation, but it proved, it's its own thing, right? Because I don't think anybody at any point was like watching the Charlie Cox Daredevil and comparing it to like the Ben Affleck one, like because they made the distinction. It's like the different thing. That's insane. You're a mad man.
I love that movie too much to not think about it every once in a while.
But I think overall, I forgot to say my favorite scene, or at least one of my favorite scenes writing wise, the moment where Fisk is at that cop's funeral. The exchange between him and I think he's the commissioner. I don't know who that guy is.
He's a commissioner. Also,
the mega cop.
He has the same energy as that one cop from the Penguin and the Batman. That's also an "Our flag means death." He has the same energy as him.
Oh, the one who's like that.
Yeah, the one who's trying really hard to hide his accent, but he has such a distinct voice that you're just like, I know what you are.
Very distinct. It's very distinct because the other guy, this guy sounds the same way.
He sounds like the guy who plays Gunther in King Kutowski. I like it though. But that exchange between him and Fisk, he has a point where like he makes like a subtle threat to Fisk, and like. The balls on this man to threaten Wilson goddamn Fisk. I'm good.
Gotta respect it.
So I want no problems, but I respect him because they're at a funeral for the cop that was allegedly killed by White Tiger. And
in self-defense.
Well, in self-defense, yes. The cop who was self-defended by White Tiger. And while they're at the funeral, there's a point where Fisk is there as like the new mayor of New York, like the mayor elect, right? Like before he's like fully sworn in, and he's like, it is my deepest condolences and my deepest sympathies. I'm so sorry that this happened. The cops like that. I don't know who the fuck signed the petition. I don't know who the fuck elected you mayor. I don't know how this happened. It's kind of hand wavy, but I really do like how even people in the story are like, no, you shouldn't be mayor. Like you shouldn't have any position of power. What the fuck is wrong with people, right? But he goes into this whole spiel about how he knows that Fisk at his core is a psychotic killer, a power-hungry despot, a true narcissist who wants nothing but power and control, and he doesn't trust him as far as he can throw him. And he says this whole thing about how back in the 1800s, there was a guy in New York City who had the shortest term of any mayor in American history, where he was mayor for like a month.
That shit was hard.
And he's like,
that statement he said.
When he said, I am making it my personal mission with every fiber of my being for all of the lies you've taken and all the shit you've pulled to make sure your term is even shorter. And I will make sure you're out of office, even if I have to personally drag you myself. Oh my God. I love it. I love how there's these little factions of like Fisk loyal corrupt cops, right? But then even in the institution, you have those normal cops, right? You have Matt and the side of the vigilantes. Like there's all these moving pieces.
I thought you meant
these
me
different
for a second. I
factions.
was like, whoa.
Yeah. Matt Cinestro core.
Matt be dressing up and fighting crackheads.
I do.
Yeah, he just goes down to Harry Hines and beats up whatever like fentanyl addict he can
whatever
find.
poor soul is just trying to exist. Matt
I
said,
put
no,
on.
you can't do that here.
I take my headband and just like lock in. Fucking
Motherfucker from Mortal Kombat.
That just you fucking Kenshi. But that exchange just it has such like genuine disdain and vitriol behind it.
Yeah, he shows up and the
so
cop
good.
comes. He's like, "Dude, you're a slimy bitch. The funeral's over."
Yeah,
It's
you
done.
came at the very end just to save face. Like you suck. You suck. Wilson.
And I think this moment works even better because you see what like a couple minutes later. Obviously, it's later. More time has passed in the show, but you see him fold because Fisk uses his connections. Boom, he has dirt on him. He's got a secret child that lives somewhere else, and the guy immediately backs down. And I think it works even better because this guy
he's not real, bro.
Clearly fucking hates Wilson Fisk so much.
Not enough. If
But-
you a real hater.
But Fisk has his ways, and he says, "I said you're gonna fucking behave."
It makes me wonder.
It makes
like,
him work as a villain.
It plays on like the theme of what Wilson Fisk is as a character. It's that he has like his introductory line when he's introduced in I believe it's in Spider-Man or Daredevil. I can never remember which one he started out as first in his first introduction, but he literally says, I'm the kingpin, the big man of crime, but he says crime is a business, right? His logic is that everybody has a price. Everybody can be bought, controlled, etc. It's just a matter of how much leverage you need to apply. And there's that through line throughout the Daredevil show of what happens when a good man goes bad, whether it's Matt fighting his demons or Punisher being this lovely family man who just had a terrible time. And then having his entire family slaughtered, right? You have all these people doing these like morally gray, questionable things, and this like that through line theme is just so well done, even in this, and it's 2 episodes in, and I'm just like, we're back, dude.
Yeah,
we're back.
They're cooking.
We're so back. We're so
no
back,
microwaving
dude.
on this show.
I was iffy at first, but just like
so
you guys
hard.
said, that second episode is what reeled me back in. That scene where the cops
we talking
have
about the
him in
last
his
scene?
apartment. How have we not talked about that?
Fuck.
Bro,
I've been waiting.
I'm saving that for the end because
waiting.
that's my all-time. That's my favorite. Not my favorite scene, just in this series, but in like all the series Bro, that shit
It's
went
so
so hard.
good.
He said, please don't do this. You don't want to do this. And I know now it's been ran through the Twitter sphere, but I thought the same thing. Like, dude, he's not talking to the cops, bro. He's talking to himself.
He's talking to
He's
himself.
like, I'm not about to
Bro's
fall
talking
back
to
in
Father
this hole.
Lantum beyond the grave. He said,
R.I.P.
please.
to my boy. R.I.P.
Great character.
All praised up for my
Excellent
guy.
character.
Yeah, but we're
There's so many
discussing
good
this, right?
characters. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
bro.
We are.
Yes,
We
bro.
are.
Okay,
That scene was
great. I'm
wicked.
excited.
That scene was
Incredible.
wicked. When he turned man's arm into a popsicle stick, and I was like, ooh, like
Yes.
I legit was like, ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can see how much Matt's
TVA.
anger and frustration has been festering inside him,
Mhm.
and by how much he like
Catholic.
lets loose during this fight.
Is that
Because
this
he's
point?
never-
It's been
he's
a
never
year,
been that
right?
bad.
Since he's been the devil. It's
Mhm.
been a year since he's been the devil, right? Yeah. So he's been repressing that for a long.
Yeah,
fucking
he hasn't
time.
he hasn't fought anyone. He hasn't fought any ninjas in a minute. He's
I'm
been
just
lawyering.
itching. I'm
Okay,
just
What
itching
is
to
the
do it.
hand doing now?
I love it.
Actually, I think it's
Yeah,
then it's fucked
the hand
up.
is destroyed.
I think
at
it's
this
fucked
point.
up. Okay, got you. But yeah,
just-
oh my
I'm just
god.
Yeah, no
itching
one
to do
watched
it
the
again.
defenders. The
But
hand is gone essentially.
I was so concerned when this show was first like when they're like, this is Daredevil action like you remember it, but even better, right? You haven't seen nothing like this. And then they released that shit ass fucking
That first fight.
that CW
Yeah.
fight scene on Twitter. And I was like, dude,
He said,
I've been Moon
I said,
Knighted
ain't no
again.
way.
I was like, bro, I've been Moon Knighted again. I can't keep doing this, bro.
I
I
have
can't
faith.
keep.
They're gonna bring back
can't
Moon Knight.
keep-
They're gonna do it right this time.
I can't
hope-
keep. I
I
can't
hope-
keep working like
They're gonna
this.
do it right.
And then,
I hope
and then they
Constantine be
finally
talking to
brought
that
it.
man. The moon haunts you.
That's you.
Please.
But just the way that entire action scene
Mhm.
is so good because you know how in the MCU you'll see like Spider-Man throw a brick at some guy's head and he's like fine,
Yeah.
right? All of these
He
people
chose
are
the soft
straight up
brick.
just people. There are no soft bricks in this fight.
Yeah.
There's hard
there's a
refrigerator walls and
Yeah.
hard
It's
chairs,
genuinely-
hard floor that man's neck is snapped.
Okay,
It's
are we
so
talking about that?
visceral. It's so
I think he's
visceral.
dead.
Like
I
there's a
think that guy's
point
dead.
where
Yes, he is.
there's
sure.
a point where the fight initiates, and one of
Mhm.
the most visceral injuries where I was like, oh, we're so back, is when Matt. There's this guy who's wearing a jacket, right? So you can't see like his whole arm, right? But there's a point where Matt takes his arm and snaps into it.
That's
like a
what I was
fucking
talking
Slim
about.
Jim.
Yeah.
He pops
And-
and that man's arm, and I said,
And you
"Oh shit!"
and like you see like there's a point in his elbow where the arm broke that has like a pinch in it, like he's pitching a tent, like he's got a boner under a blanket because his bone is fucking peeking through, and there's like
Not only
a
that,
blood
it's
smear
bleeding.
that
The
He
blood
builds.
popped that guy's
It's
fucking radius
bleeding.
out of his arm.
Bro,
He
It's
destroyed his
so
arm.
Fucking oh my god, he's never playing the piano again.
It's like the most
That's
dangerous
shit like-
break you can have. From the moment I saw that break, I said Matt doesn't care because
He
that
said-
break on its own
He
can kill
doesn't
somebody.
care.
the
Oh, yeah.
shot,
You can bleed
bro,
out.
the shot,
The shot,
that you're gonna
you
go
bleed out.
through.
The infection. Yeah, I said okay. He's
That
about
guy
to go
is-
ham.
That guy's
He
never
slammed
gonna
that other
violate.
dude's head into the fucking freezer twice,
Oh,
and
that
then
was
body slams his ass into the ground, and that guy is dead.
He's
That guy
dead.
is
that
dead.
man
Like
is dead.
he's gotta be.
And I think
I'm
that works
so
super,
sorry
super
he's
well for
dead.
this show because now we're gonna get the interactions between Punisher and Daredevil, and they're on the
Mhm.
same fucking level.
He
Frank
said,
said
"You're
Matt
one-
likes it.
remember
Is
what he
Matt
said in
let
the previous
loose?
I
series?
was right.
He said you're one bad day away from being me. And guess what?
Mhm.
Foggy's that bad day. It
Bad
may have
day
taken
came.
a year. It may have taken a year, but he's killing now. Even if it was
Daredevil crash
intentional,
out.
if it was unintentional, regardless, he's lost that
The
And if
that
we
huge
if we,
part of
if
his
we-
character, that control.
yeah.
if we go a
And
little further,
I'm really
deeper,
excited to see what's
what
gonna happen.
happens when he actually gives in? Because I think it was
We
in
go
season
deeper.
or if he gives it at all.
2. Yeah, it was season 2 and 3, I believe, where it was with Elektra and with Punisher that it was really hitting at that Catholic guilt of
Two.
like
Mhm.
also 3 with because wasn't Elektra in 3?
No,
She was in season 3,
No,
right?
you're thinking of
She got-
you're thinking of
you think of
Defenders.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but where he's really wrestling with that, like, I could kill, but I'm not on that. And the rest of the defenders,
He
are
was
like, you're
gonna
a
kill
pussy.
Fist, and then he decided. He said, "No, I'm better than that." He
Yeah.
said, you can't change who I am.
Yeah, like
And
where
it
he
works
grabs
well.
him and he
It's
just screams in his
Perfect.
face.
He's
Yeah,
like, I beat you.
So good. It's such a poignant
so
scene.
good.
It's so good. And
So
then
good.
It's
seeing what
perfectly
he
in line with
does,
this character, and I love it.
seeing what he does in that apartment, like you could use the thing of like, okay, no, it's okay. It's just like Batman when he asks a guy a question. Those guys are just they're vegetables
Goons.
now.
There's some
They're
goons.
vegetables. So finally, yeah, that's fine, whatever, right? But it's still the fact that Matt has not at all injured somebody to that degree,
Yeah.
even if those guys are alive, which they definitely are not.
And also, yeah,
Like
if
2
we
out of
totally
3 of them are
glossed
dead.
over.
If we take
he
it
tried
back
to kill Bullseye.
Dex. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Take it back a step further. He already did. He wanted to kill Bullseye. Somehow Bullseye survived, getting
Because
tossed off like six stories.
That new
He's a
spine he got
cyborg.
from that doctor. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got
bro.
cyborg
He should have
implants. I think
been
he's
dead.
different now.
He should have been
He's-
dead.
he's
But
built. He's
he
built
was trying to kill.
subtly different.
That little glimpse of the darkness came out after Foggy got packed up,
and he's been suppressing it for a year. Yep.
I think
it's
I
how
think
how deep. This
I
is the
think
great thing about
that's
Daredevil.
why
bro.
he hasn't been Daredevil, because he knows
yeah.
that if he goes out, somebody's getting packed up, whether he likes it or not.
He just
You
itching.
know what?
He's just.
I'm
itching,
also
bro.
realizing like the fact that Lester survived that fall, right? I think is
It's
actually
been known to
Lester.
happen before.
No. I'm not meaning it as like a leap in logic thing. I know
Uh-huh.
Bullseye's a fucking unit. I read I know. I know ball. All right. I think it's different. But it's the fact that like
I know Paul.
I feel like when he throws Bullseye off the roof, right?
Mhm.
And he tries to kill him, right? And he's got the mask off and he sees what he's done and he's like trying to balance so many emotions at the same time of like him actively hearing his friend's heartbeat fade away as like his other friend is crying over his corpse and knowing like the rage of that and what he's just done, right? I feel like Bullseye surviving that is one of the worst things that could have happened to Matt, because in a sense he gave into his darker half, but he got away with it. In a sense.
Oh, or not even
and it just
not
forced him to repress
not
it
only
further
did
down.
does he know that he chose to kill someone,
Mm-hmm.
and now that person gets to live, and he has to live with the fact that not only did he fail at it, he tried to do it, and that's why he's so fucking angry this past year. That's why he cracks this fucking dude's spine,
Bro.
on a linoleum
Immaculate
floor.
Immaculate crash
destroys
out,
him.
bro.
Yes.
Immaculate
It's
crash out.
so beautiful.
There was like
so
it was
beautiful.
Like we
if
said,
there's any
the action may not always be there. The CGI may not always be there, but the writing has not failed so far. It might soon.
when this
We don't
show
know.
where the
hits, it
writing,
hits.
But
this is where the
they're
writing
cooking.
and the
They're cooking.
handshake. This is where the writing and the action did this right here.
They're doing the
'Cause that
fucking
scene,
the Carl Lucas dap up from Predator,
Yeah.
that shit, bro. That was
Carl Lucas.
or isn't it
Carl
Carl?
Weathers?
Weathers, you son of a bitch.
Carl Weathers.
damn.
Rest
That's
in
just
peace.
an
Kill
ongoing
him.
bit. Is AZ
Mute
not
him.
knowing names
Mute
of
him.
people?
Isn't that the
Every
name of his
episode.
character though? Isn't that the name of his character?
Fuck. You might have got me there. I don't remember.
That's why I was like they just named him Carl in the movie. I swear they just named him Carl. I might be wrong.
I'm like
Like,
90%
I
sure you're
swear.
wrong, but I can't prove you wrong.
I only-
so
I
we'll
only
let it
think-
slide.
I only think it's Carl Lucas because I remember in Mortal Kombat X, there's a Jack skin of him in that movie. That's
I
why I
have
was
bad
like,
news for you, brother.
"What is
I knew it.
What is
I knew it.
His name is Dylan. Go ahead and log out for me.
It's Dylan.
That's so off. That's so off.
Who
Is it
the
at
fuck
least
is
Dylan
Carl Lucas?
Carl Lucas. No
Hold on,
way,
hold
bro.
on.
You're thinking of
Let me-
Luke Cage. That's a
Is
different
that Luke
black
Cage's
superhero.
government name? Is
I
that
don't know,
actually Luke
maybe.
Cage's government
That's
name?
might
Luke
be.
Cage, bro.
I'm not a Luke Cage comic reader.
That is Luke Cage.
I fumbled the bag to a degree I can never come back from. Please don't clip this. Please don't clip this. I've already been
It's too long
lambasted
for a
by
clip,
Insane
it's
Song.
fine.
You're
I
gonna
can't.
have to call Danny Rand and Matt Murdock because I can't defend this. You're gonna have
Hold
to
on.
call them up.
Man, I gotta call the comic defenders, bro. I gotta get Hulk, Strange, and Silver Surfer on this shit, man. I need all the defense I can get. Saul Goodman, get his ass over here, like somebody. Oh
over.
my god, I might be. I might
It's
just
the
be
anime,
like,
dude. I'm telling you, you gotta lay
AZ.
off.
I might have
AZ.
hurting you.
dementia.
Now you have to
bro.
put yourself. You have to put yourself on your own show, The Filthy Casual.
I might be a cat, bro. Predator is an all-time horror movie. How did I fumble that? Like, how did I fuck this up? It's my favorite genre of film. Am I a fraud? Am I a fraud? Oh my god!
Watching AZ's descent really hurts.
Oh my god!
This
Look,
is like
I woke
Matt.
up.
This is like Matt, but like with not knowing comics versus
Look,
murdering people.
A resident comic knower doesn't know.
I think it's just that I know comics, but I think so much about comics that I think they're real people. Like I
Yeah,
genuinely
man who's
support
always
thinking.
Carl Lucas. I just refer to a real man, a real fucking Hollywood legend, as a fictional man. It's like if I'm like trying to recall like an actor where I'm like, what's his name? What's his name? The guy,
John Wick. John Wick.
John, yeah, John Wick. Yeah, God, I love when John Wick was in The Matrix and when he was in.
You remember John Wick from Shadow?
When he was in Dracula? Oh man, John Wick's an incredible. Like I gotta stop, dude. I gotta read or something. Dude. My brain's been returned to soup. Jesus Christ.
It'd be like that.
Ah
sometimes.
man, what are you guys' expectations for how things are gonna go this season? Do you have any through lines?
Way too early
calling?
predictions.
I'm optimistic. I'm not
very
predicting
making my
anything,
claims,
but I'm
making
excited.
making my claims right now. Making my claims right now.
Mhm.
One, we getting multiple suits. Obviously, that's too obvious. We saw like 5 helmets, but which suit are we getting next? Inshallah, black suit, please. 2, Dex is not staying in prison at all.
Oh no, for sure.
God no.
That's
Dex
obvious
is out,
play.
and he's gonna have a new suit. Please, glory
Oh
to
my
Allah.
God.
Matter of
Mashallah.
fact,
Also,
Give him
When-
the white
when they-
gloves.
when he's at the
Give him
white
trial,
gloves. The white gloves.
Yes.
I've
Give
never
Frank the white gloves. Marvel,
I've never
don't be
like watched
pussy.
a movie
Do
or a
it.
show and it felt like unsafe, like genuinely like unsafe. But when they had Bullseye at the court hearing and they had him like completely strapped in that chair, I was like, oh thank God.
That was
No,
perfect.
bro.
That was
Bro.
such a good detail.
Take it from someone who has seen.
They gotta encase his ass in concrete,
Bro,
because
take it
he's
from
That
someone
motherfucker needs
who
to be put
has
in carbonite,
seen
bro.
this. Take it from someone who has seen this in real time. That shit right there. He's top. Like they got him strapped down. Save for putting him in a straight jacket, bro. He is done. And they had him shackled all across up here. His hands
For real.
tied up, bro.
because they
They
knew if
put
he grabbed
weights
a
on his
pen,
arms,
he's
dude.
out.
That boy gonna grab a piece of paper and just
Be the first motherfucker to take an eyelash and flick it with pinpoint accuracy to stab somebody's
kill
cornea.
somebody.
Like,
I've seen that
he's-
before.
oh god, but yeah, dude, it's just I think I got one prediction. I got one.
Matt full frontal.
We
Oh no!
I wouldn't put it past them. I think
Wilson
Deadpool
Bethel
Wolverine
full frontal.
showed them that Vincent D'Onofrio full
No,
frontal.
put that away.
Just his saggy melted marshmallow Ozempic body.
So mean.
like
So
all
mean.
his little loose skin just flapping.
Oh, that's so mean.
It's like a jellyfish in the breeze.
mute him.
But that's sorry, I was weird. That's a rant. I don't know why I started cooking it.
How was it so vivid?
Why are you thinking this so
Why you
deeply?
thi-
AC?
we know why he's thinking that. Freak.
Why are you analyzing it this way?
I'm trying to be.
I know what you are, AZ.
D'Onofrio, instant D'Onofrio. You know what I'm saying? No, all right. But
Crazy
my one
he's still not
prediction
muted.
is that I'm thinking
Vincent
I'm thinking at the very-
D'Onofrio.
that was worse. That was so much
liked
worse
it.
than
I
anything
liked
I
it.
Nah,
said.
that one was.
I
Let,
forgive
let,
it.
let it
AZ, say
sit.
what you want to say.
But the Defenders. I feel like they're not going to show Iron Fist because
Mm-mm.
that
They're still trying to
they're not
decide
bringing
if they
that
want to
nigga
be
back.
white or Asian.
That nigga
He
not
from
coming back.
Shogun.
He's a generational culture vulture. He's not coming back. But I don't know if they're gonna have Mike Coulter. But at the
I
very
hope so.
least, at the
Please.
very least,
Jessica Jones
I think
back.
we're getting Kristen Ritter. We're getting Kristen
Jessica
Ritter.
Jones
I hope
back.
so.
We're getting
Inshallah.
Jessica
I love
Jones.
all
If
of them, but
I see
Iron
my-
Fist.
You and the rest of the world.
I know.
You and the rest-
Not
I know
rocking
I'm
with
not.
Danny
I know I'm not
Rand.
breaking any new ground with this, but just that show would have worked so much better if he just wasn't there.
If he was
That and
Asian.
also it also doesn't help that like midway through every episode it would be like, this is a karate tournament of the most ancient fighters known to man, filled of hand-to-hand combat and ways to kill a man that's been passed down through generations. Now here's 10 minutes of a plot from Succession. Like it's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying. The guy's like, I'm good with numbers, Danny. Let me run the company. I'm Greg from Succession. Like, fuck you. Dude. I don't
Both
give a
of those
shit.
shows.
I don't give a shit, dude. I don't care. But I feel like we're gonna see at least one of them to just connect it to the greater MCU because we got a Spider-Man name drop already.
Oh yeah,
A Spider-Man illusion.
A Spider-Man
illusion.
Maybe Sony has the rights to the fucking name or something.
This.
I highly doubt that they would just straight up say, yeah, fucking Spider-Man.
Spider suit.
That's
Because
Spider
they're Marvel.
motherfucker.
Like they put out Kraven the
Arachnid
Hunter last
person.
year. You think they got a fucking leg to stand on in the Spider-Man
No.
ring right now?
Yeah,
I
they
hope-
no,
do
dude.
I hope
because they
they
still
tank-
have the rights. Sadly,
They still have the rights, but I guarantee you,
fuck.
the
when
court
do the rights revert?
let
when we find out?
the judge in the fucking copyright court be like one guy who's like, with all due respect, Mr. Sony, I have actually seen Kraven the Hunter, and my tickets did not get refunded, and I wasted my cinema.
what if they bring back Morbius but do him right this time?
What if you like killed yourself? Like, what if that? Well, like,
I've
what if
thought
you just
about it.
thought-
I've thought about it.
I was gonna say-
Thought about it. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
said?
I'll do it on camera.
I condemn you to the worst fate known to man. You're on the production crew for the next Sony Spider-Man movie.
Dude, I'll have a great time.
Hey, bro,
I don't care.
a job is a job.
I get to see Aaron
He's
Taylor Johnson
employed.
shirtless in person.
He is employed.
Incredible.
No, don't suck it in the microphone. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think,
Oh, God.
I think what's gonna happen, in all honesty, the only way that we'll get these crossovers we're hoping for
Mhm.
is Marvel just Disney just boss up and just buy the rights back. Flex on Sony a little bit, bro. Sony ain't making
Would
any
they
good
sell it
movies
is the
like you.
problem.
I mean, they know they have the upper hand. What are they gonna do?
have nothing.
What is Marvel?
They
What is
have
Disney
nothing.
gonna do? Disney can be like, hey, we'll sell you fucking Hulu or some shit, Fox, some
Give
shit
him-
like
We'll trade.
that. They will trade.
Give him
They said,
give him
me
like
Spider-Man, please.
I'm trying to think of something they wouldn't fuck up. Give him like, I don't know, like a couple of FX shows. Give him the Bear. I don't
No,
fuck, man.
no, because they'll fuck up the bear.
Keep your hands off of it.
Don't mention that ever again. Matter of fact, mute yourself for the rest of the episode.
Actually, wait. Give him a fucking what was that Marvel show they tried to put out on Hulu? Hellstrom? Give him Hellstrom. No one's watching
Fuck
that
is
shit.
Hellstrom?
That
Hellstrom,
shit was
it's out-
good
it's-
for 30
it's-
seconds.
Never
It's
even
based off
heard
of
of it.
the it's a character in Marvel. His
Hellstrom
name's David
twins.
Hellstrom. He's the son of the devil, and it's him doing like mysteries.
I thought it was
and shit.
him and his
Sounds like
sister,
it should
right?
be fun.
Don't
Yeah,
they have a-
it's him and I think it's him
Are they
and his
twins
sister.
or are they just siblings?
I didn't watch it. I just saw the trailer and I was like, oh, cool.
It's
Yeah,
like that
no,
New Mutants movie and like
Shit
Legion.
that
happened,
Gifted.
but we
No,
didn't think about.
no.
New Mutants,
People
my
watch
fault, not
that.
Legion.
People
New
watch
Mutant-
Legion.
Gifted.
Gifted. Nobody watched Gifted. Nobody saw
Gifted.
that.
I watched an episode and I vowed to never turn that shit on again.
He said, "What is this?"
It's not good. It's not good. You
Just
you
make a
saved
fucking
yourself
X-Men
some
show.
time.
Doing it bad.
They had
like
the
when it's
rights.
good.
You can make a Weapon X show.
They
Just
could have
that,
made an
and then make it a
X-Men
different
show
guy every week.
and structured it like a sitcom, just with powers, and they would have made $1 million fucking every episode.
That
they're
would have been
stupid.
New Mutants if they didn't decide to make it a horror movie like halfway through production
Yeah,
for no
Ugh,
reason.
so silly.
Oh my
Anyway, Daredevil
But
Born Again.
God. It's great.
We love it.
Hype,
we're excited.
Hype meter.
Top five.
Hype meter. I'm at a 9. I'm at a 9.
8 or 9, yeah, for sure.
I'm at a
Valid.
9.
I'm at the same spot.
It's good.
Solid
dude.
8.
It's great. It's great.
I'm right there
Is-
with you.
I'm gonna put Marvelous back into the thumbnail. I know I'm gonna do it. I do it every single time, but like this time I might mean
We're
it.
usually
I might mean it.
We're usually being satirical, but yeah, they might be back.
This
This time
they
it's
might be
legit.
back.
It's
At
legitimate.
least TV wise. They got this. They got Fantastic Four dropping. Like they got a pretty solid year.
Bro, let's
Thunderbolts,
not forget
baby.
Thundy.
Oh,
Let's not
man.
forget Thundy.
Captain America was okay, but this is where they're hitting.
And
their
then we're getting
stride.
some-
I feel like
Bullshit.
We're
Yeah,
reaching
we
peak
Hey,
again.
we said
oh,
like
man.
we said like 2-3 episodes ago that March is really where Marvel's going to take off. Like, yeah, Captain America's going to be good, but March, Daredevil's the real turning point for the MCU going forward. Because now, come May, Thunderbolts has to hit, which it will, because we've seen the trailers.
Sentry.
It's getting slept
Looks
on.
hot.
It's getting slept on, so that's how I know it's going to be good. If people are sleeping on it, that shit going to be good. Follow up from Thunderbolts is Fantastic Four. Everything past that, we're just gonna pretend doesn't happen because it's gonna be like Marvel Zombies and another season of What If or whatever the hell. Oh no, Eyes of Wakanda. If that's done right too, I'll slide
Done
that
white?
one in there. Done right,
Wait, what show?
bro.
What
Done
show are we
right.
talking about?
Eyes of Wakanda, brother.
What is that even supposed to be about?
forgot. what
Eyes of
that was.
Wakanda. Well, I thought it was gonna be
like
about.
day-to-day life of Wakanda.
I wonder if it's gonna be like that, or it's gonna be like some type of. We'll research this later, because I know nobody knows what it's gonna be about. I was thinking it's gonna be like a Dora Milaje. I was hoping it's gonna be a Dora Milaje show, like a show about them doing some cool badass shit.
What is it called? What the fuck? What is her name, bro? Ironheart, irrelevant ass. Is getting
Oh,
a show.
that's greatest show.
I almost
Best
forgot
show
about that.
ever.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should cover that, but only when it ends. Like only when it ends, and we just like look over the whole series because maybe it might surprise us.
It won't.
We could do the premiere and then be like, "That's it, cool."
It's the premiere in the end.
In the end, we usually go episode by episode for
I saw,
like The Last of Us. We did week by week.
Who's Gerardo? Who's Gerardo's evil
Anthony
rival?
Ramos.
Anthony Ramos. Yeah, you're gonna see Anthony Ramos, and Gerardo's like, I'm gonna be honest, I saw him in the opening credits.
Yeah, I saw his name.
I saw his name, and I just
and I sent death threats on Twitter.
I don't know what happened. I just saw red, and somebody set my TV on fire. I don't know what happened.
It was like the Green Goblin mask was talking to me.
Gerardo gonna have like a Moon Knight sequence where he blacks out and wakes up and the whole apartment's destroyed.
That's fucking insane.
He's gonna be like,
my God.
boom! And he's gonna cut to black. He's gonna wake up and like fist
the Ramos hunts you.
Please don't say that, because that's both of us now. That's my nemesis, Matt Ramos.
Thank you. I'm glad we're turning on him as a people.
We should.
Oh my God.
It's not enough. We need more. Matter of fact, Matt Ramos, come down to the Cinestro Corps, please.
I like how you're saying as a people, not even like Latinos. You just mean like as a species, like the human
as a
race.
country, as a species, a people. Yeah,
as a type 1 civilization, we don't like Matt Ramos.
Valid. No one should.
Matt or Anthony Ramos, any of them.
Any
Ramos, throw them away.
The closest we like is Romo, and that's not even the same name. Tony Romo.
I'll let that one slide.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yes.
I'll let that one slide.
just like we can slide on out of this episode. Because that's it for another fantastic episode of The Court.
Yeah.
Bring it segue. You're smiling. Yeah. I know that's silent approval, Matt. That's a good segue. Go fuck yourself. That's great.
I don't know about good.
It was
good.
It was better than
better than.
So I'll accept it.
No, let's hear Gerardo's. Actually, Luis did the one last week. Gerardo, what? Let's hear it.
Oh yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
I'll leave the recording if that's what you want to do.
All right. Well, speaking of things that are done better, if you want to see this, but actually done with competent people, competent staff, a lot more research, and a little bit less alcohol and less swearing, and just actual presentation, no fluff, no muff, no Gus, and just straight Hollywood news. Follow Backstage OL. All right, they got all the latest hits. All the latest hip hopping and happening news. They got behind the scenes interviews. They got interviews with cast, crew, writers, great people.
And they've expanded their markets. Now they cover all of Texas and part of the South. So it's grown, baby. Thanos got They got all the cities now.
Yeah. It's like, we're like a Dairy Queen manager, and our big brother is like a CEO of a Fortune 500.
I wouldn't say we're a Dairy Queen manager. Maybe
I wouldn't even say we're our big brother. Just some guys we know.
Some guy. Our
some
neighbor.
dudes who are cool. Some dudes who are cool that we like.
Some dudes we
But,
fuck with.
But
rocking with
our
them.
podcast co-host David is a member of Backstage as well, and they recently have expanded to Texas, and they've got a lot of big projects in the works. So if you would like to see more of things like that, definitely go give them a follow. They are incredible. Also,
Tell them
on top
Cinestro
of
Core
that,
sent you.
yeah, tell them we sent you, of course.
Tell them the Core sent you.
And also, while you're sent to different places, I promise you, it is not just me sending you to a page. I do things. I promise you, I will upload eventually. But follow me on all platforms at Tari Singo. I'm on there I'm on Facebook, probably as Tari Singo. I don't know. I haven't checked that in years. But I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Big Papa Tari. You can find me there. I do things. And I'm also on YouTube and Twitch. I will be resuming Twitch streams when I have actual time to do anything that is not just this and work and die, I guess. I will also be uploading a new video. Hopefully, it will be up tomorrow, copyright free, of the Foreskin Man video I've spent the past several months working on. And then from there, it is anyone's guess what I upload. But I very much do suggest that you check that out if you like comics or nerd culture things. I might even have a couple of the boys on a video or two for like a movie commentary or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We got projects in the works, buddy.
Yeah.
But I think that is everybody that I gotta say, except for us. Give us a follow on all platforms at Cinestro Corp. We are still in a heated custody battle with our bitch of an ex-wife Debbie over the custody of that S, but we will get it attached to our socials. And you, one second. I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
As he was saying,
Speaking
follow
of
us
domestic
on all
disputes.
platforms.
Gotcha.
Cinestro Core.
I apparently there was a knock at my door, but yes, please do follow us on all platforms at Cinestro Corp and listen to us on all audio platforms. We are on YouTube, yes, but go ahead and check us out on Spotify and Apple Music and Pandora if that's still a thing. We're on pretty much anything you can listen to audio on. Give us a 5-star review. Share this with your friends, your enemies, your lovers, your baby mama who you don't talk to until your kid's in the NBA. Everybody, give us 5 stars. Give us 5 whole stars. And I have to whisper now because my aunt had just knocked at my door saying that I was being a little bit too loud. But that's beside the point. Thank you so much for watching or listening. We appreciate every single one of you. And until then, we will catch you in the next episode of the Cinestro Core. Bye-bye.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the crew.